the top 10 hottest comics.
Oh, let's go.
Based off of Cover Price's data. That is right, guys. Cover Price's data. They deal in data, not speculation, not thinking, oh, this book is hot now because of this and this and this. No, they look at the data out of all of these sites, see how much these books are actually going for, and come up with this top 10 list. Now, Ian, this list is released on a Monday. Our show is live every Friday. What we like to do is we like to go through this top 10 list, right? Go through it real quick. But Chris here takes his 3 most interesting picks from this week and dishes it out in more detail as to why he thinks they're interesting. It's not always 1, 2, and 3. You know, it could be a variety of numbers, many combinations in that. I don't know, billions, right? Probably not a mathematician. But anyways, it is the top 10 hottest comics of the week, guys. We're going to get into it right now. Here we go with the list. All right, at number 10 is Meet the SKRULLS, guys. You should be looking for this book. You should be looking for this book. You have Secret Invasion coming around. They're going to start, who knows when they're going to start shooting that. I'm sure it's probably before the end of this year or early next year. Then X-Men, number 4. There's a lot of rumors going around that you have Omega Red that will be in Falcon and Winter Soldier. I kind of doubt it because that artwork is not from that film. I think it was from Deadpool. People are associating it with Falcon and Winter Soldier. So anyways, Ultimate Fallout 4, we know the deal with this book. At number 7, we have Champions number 1. At number 6, Scarlet Witch. Number 2, the first appearance of Lore. People are specking on that we may see this person, or this character in Amazing Spider-Man 3 or Doctor Strange 2. At number 5, we have Action Comics number 9. This book came out of nowhere, and it is hot, hot, hot. Number 4 is Batman 106. Guys, this just came out. Not this week, but the previous week. And that's because of Miracle Molly. First appearance of Miracle Molly. Number 3, Ian knows about this, West Coast Avengers number 45. Congratulations on finding that for less than you sold your other one for. And number 2, we have Spawn number 1. And guys, at number 1, it's just a bad idea. Eniac number 1. I'm joking. I think it's a great idea. I'm super psyched what they're doing. I can't wait to get my book in the mail. I am just waiting for my first print. I'm psyched about that. Anyways, Chris, it's an interesting list this week.
Yeah, some good stuff. I'm loving that Scarlet Witch.
Yeah,
it's not in my top 3, but I'm loving it.
It's I bet you that's another one you're going to be able to find in dollar bins. Just dig, people. Just dig. But anyways, Chris, let's have at it. Let's just get into the list. Chris.
All right.
You're going to get into the top 3 most interesting picks this week.
Yep. All right. So before I get into my top picks, guys, I want to let everyone know that if you use the promo code Journos Comics, you can get an unlimited membership from coverprice.com for only $1.99 a month for the first 2 months, guys. I'm telling you, it's absolutely worth it. I'm a paying member. I don't even get a discount, but you guys, if you use the code Journos Comics, it's obviously you can get sales data. You can get raw data for, if you're looking for books, you could store your collection and it tells you how much your collection is worth in real time. Coverprice.com. Definitely check them out. It's absolutely worth it to take advantage of an unlimited membership for only $1.99 a month. And you can cancel it anytime as well. So definitely wanted to let everyone know that. But with that being said, let's get into my number 3. My number 3 this week is Ultimate Fallout number 4. That's my dude. Well, really, Peter Parker's my dude when we're talking about Spider-Man. But I just love what Miles is doing. That's my son's dude right there. Let me tell you something. It's so funny because I did a video last May. All right. And somebody just commented on it recently saying, hey, this aged great. And so I went and replied to that comment, and I actually watched my video again that I did last May. And the video was about me addressing all of these people being so salty about Miles Morales in this book blowing up. Because remember, right around April or May is when we got the announcements of the filming of I think it was like pre-production of Spider-Verse 2, and then we got the announcement of the video game, and this book just went crazy. And everyone was like, oh, he's a fake Spider-Man. He ain't going to last. This is market manipulation. It's this, it's that. Everyone's just salty. This book is not going to last. You guys are a joke, paying all this kind of money. And you know what it was going for then? It was barely pushing $1,000 and a 9.8. Watch that video again, and I heard myself telling them about, guys, this book and this character are going nowhere. Here we are almost a year later. Let me tell you what happened. Well, this week alone, we had a 116% increase in sales. And guess what that CGC 9.8 sold for? $3,155. Haters, the joke's on you. I called it a year ago. I'm saying it. I'm calling it again right now. This is the modern Hulk 181. This is the modern Amazing Fantasy 15. Now, by saying that, I'm not saying that this book is ever going to be worth $40,000 or $80,000 or $200,000. Don't get it twisted. But it is what it is for this generation, and that's not going away anytime soon. 31.55, guys. 9.8 record-breaking sale. Just.
I thought you were. We've been doing this show for close to a year, guys, and Chris said this maybe 10 months ago that it's equivalent to. It's like this. It's modern day Hulk 181, and I said he was crazy when he said that.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion has completely changed, and it changed quick. It changed 2 months after I said that too.
Yeah. So Jeff,
Ultimate Fallout is a comic with long-term value. Miles Morales is for real and has a bright future in Marvel. Sith Lordly says it best. Miles is the now and future. 100%, man.
And it ain't no shame in getting those 9.6s because those 9.8s are going to be out of reach.
Oh yeah.
And you better grab those 9.6s before they get out of reach because they're still affordable, man. You know, like that 9.8 is like crazy, right, Chris? Like the price on that now, like it's like to the moon. See ya. You know.
Well, here's the thing, and Jeff, I said this in that video. I forgot to point that out, but I was saying in that video how like a month before that happened, I said I think it was in our first show that we did. The first show we ever did is when I made that comment about Ultimate Fallout 4, and I said that. And, you know, a month later, there it was, you know, getting that hype. And here we are almost a year later, and it's, you know, more than tripled in value. And it's just, I said what I said. I'm still sticking by it. The proof is in the pudding. And, man, there's nothing more I can say. It's doing what it's doing, and there's a reason for it.
And, yo, Jeff and Chris, you guys are going to hate me, man, because it was at one of my shops, 9.8 for $1,000, and I get a 10% discount on it. I'm like, why didn't I not get it, man?
Oh man, you're kicking yourself now.
Okay.
You punch yourself in the face right now. Good.
I should right on camera, bro. Like
that is wow. Yeah, absolutely. CAMEO Comics brings up a good point. The second prints have room to grow for, you know, because those are in the hundreds, I think. And those, you know, the Pacelli one is I think that's Pacelli's decent as well. Anyways, all right. It's crazy. We're still talking about Ultimate Fallout 4, guys. But if he makes it into the MCU, which is most likely going to happen
at some point.
Yep. Yo, and we all relate to Miles. That's why, man. He's like our generation. You know, like he's that kid we all wanted him to be when we were that age. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a good point.
You know, like
he's rocking the Jordans, man. He's rocking the
Jordan. He got the Jordans on, bro, and he got the hoodie on. You know, like. Yeah. And he got the headphones on, and he got the nice cut, you know.
He's way cooler than I was at his age. I'll tell you.
I wasn't that cool, bro. I wasn't that cool.
No, not even close. All right, Chris, what do you got? You got the second pick of the week, and this one's
number 2.
This one's like a mainstay, but still interesting, Chris. It's still interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. This pick of mine, it's a very interesting. You guys know me. I don't just pick like, oh, this is hot. This is hot. I pick for very specific reasons, and I'm going to kind of chuckle at this book. Coming in at my number 2 is Spawn number 1. Okay, let's actually look at the numbers, you know, first, before I get into my rant about Spawn number 1. Love this book, by the way. We had a 445% increase in sales and a CGC 9.9. Sold for almost $8,000, $7,995. Wow.
Damn.
And who said 90s books are worthless, right? But get this. Here's the thing. Cover Price talked about this book getting hot, which I'm not saying it's not true, but this book has been getting hot because of the Todd verse or McFarlane verse or Spawn verse, whatever you want to call it, the Todd Father verse. We're building on this Spawn universe now, and that just really brought this book into the eyes of collectors. Yes, but if you ask me, and this book was number 2 on this list, the reason why this book got as hot as it did is because Todd McFarlane came on Comic Tom's show and they talked about the printing error that was in I believe it was like the first round of these books where like the logo on the inside front page had like black blotches in it. And people, I saw it, you know, obviously Comic Tom has his following, and we know that anytime you have a heavy hitter, a living legend like Todd McFarlane on, you're going to have people watching. You're going to have their eyes and ears to whatever's going on. And I guarantee you, and because I saw it all over the Facebook forums, all over Instagram, people started going after this error book. And I think that's what ultimately drove the percentage increase of this book up so high. And it's just, look, and I'm never a hater, dude. I'm never a hater. You guys know this. If you listen to me talk about these things all the time, if you want to go on a book because a logo on the inside of the front cover has a couple of black blotches on it, fine by me. But I think it's hysterical how crazy people get over the smallest little things. So again, let me make it clear. I'm not pointing a finger at you. I'm not saying you're ruining the hobby. I'm not saying you're stupid or you shouldn't do that. I just think it's absolutely nuts how quick these people jump on the littlest of things. But to each their own, and if it makes them happy, then so be it. But I'm just sitting back like, well, I got my copy. I'm good. Right?
Yes, I'm saying,
you know,
bro.
of the standard version. So it's very interesting right now. People in this community, they'll take anything. They will take anything and they will run with it.
Hey man, collect what you like though. Like if you want to go, buy, you know, you want to spend some bones on that. Hey man,
that's the
more
thing.
power
like,
to you.
We're here every week. We're going to give you our opinion that you shouldn't be chasing and spending incredible amounts of money on an issue. Like we wouldn't do that. But if
I wouldn't do it. I'm with Chris.
If it's something you want to do and you think it's worth it, by all means, you should. Because again, what's the saying, Ian? Go for it.
If you want to do it right, collect what you like, man. You know, like more power to you. But I'm with Chris, bro. Like that's crazy, man. I didn't even watch that interview. Like, I mean, I won't lie, man. I started watching Comic Tom too in the beginning, you know, but I haven't watched him in a bit. And a blotch, huh? And then the whole comic community went, or whatever, his community went nuts. Crazy.
Well, you know, I mean, we got to understand, and we talked about the power of how we, you know, folks like us come together and everything. And look, I always say, you know, I don't want anybody watching to get this twisted. I'm not pointing a finger at Comic Tom. Comic Tom talked to the legend himself and then talked about a printing error. Okay, cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. People are autonomous creatures that are grown adults. Well, hopefully we're mostly grown adults, and we make our own decisions. We make our own decision, but that's just the ghost show. One person says something, somebody else says it or shares something, and it creates, you know, it gets spread on social media, and then people just get hyped for this stuff. And yeah, hey, look, if you're getting hyped for it, go ahead, man. But it's crazy. It's really crazy how big this is ticking off in this last week.
Chris, you blew my mind already, bro. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know, bro. You blew my mind. You and Jeff are just blowing my mind today, man. You know.
Listen, I'm sure there's information you're gonna throw our way that'll be like, whoa, no way. So
yeah, I was like, no way, man.
All right, so here we go, Chris. Everybody, here it is. Chris's third pick of the week, and it's one I'm quite excited about.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna start doing a little dance because I'm just like. Not even a dance, but kind of like I'm getting pumped. Oh, I'm so happy. This hit number one on the list. And I'm talking about it as my number one. My beanie ball is going to fall off here. Woo! All right. And I'm not even the one drinking over here. All right. Number one is Eniac number one. Bad idea in the house. Boom! Dropping it on you. And I'm going to talk about all the salt. I'm going to talk about all the salt. Boy, there's more salt than the Great Lakes in Utah in this one. Let me tell you, Let me tell you, this book, people started running their mouths about this book without even knowing what they were talking about. Oh my goodness, can Facebook be so toxic? So I get into all the, that's in the.
Chris, come back.
Come on, man. Blow my mind, bro.
Chris, come back.
Let me tell you what this book did. This book sold for $215 raw sale. Let me repeat that. $215 raw sale. All right, let me go into it now. Okay, if you don't understand, first off, if you don't understand what Bad Idea is doing, go watch our interview when we interviewed Dinesh. Go watch our interview, all right? Because I asked him the questions. I asked him the tough questions because I'm looking at this and I'm looking at the business model. I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing? I don't get it, right? So I asked him, why aren't you doing this? Why are you doing that? Why does this make sense? Because it doesn't to me. And he explained it. And he explained it. And he broke it down. And he broke it down. Guess what? So many people came at this book about, oh man, they're just freaking, first off, why would you limit your books? This is only, you're basically tending to the speculator market only. And, I bet they're keeping copies and flipping them on, selling them on eBay, all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm not going to take, because I could sit here and Jeff, guys, I'm sure you guys know, I could sit here for another half hour and just talk about this, but I'm not. I'm going to sum it up like this. This is how I'm going to sum this up so I don't go on another rant. All of those people thinking that this book is a problem for the comic book community, is only for speculators, or some kind of manipulative scheme. All right? Educate yourself. Educate yourself. That's all I got to say, because it's this. I'm going to tell you right now what Bad Idea is doing. What Bad Idea is doing is a perfect blend, is a perfect mix of tending to comic book readers, comic book collectors, and anybody that wants to find value in books. Let me repeat that one more time. It's the perfect blend between those that just want to read books, but those that still want to find value in them. That's all I'm going to say, because we don't have time for me to sit and break it down for you guys. That's all I'm going to say. I love what they're doing. I can't wait for the next releases to see what's going to go down, to see how people are going to react. But I'll tell you right now, Dinesh and his team, they don't have time to be sitting trying to take a few of their books and try to flip them on eBay for a couple $100 for a few extra bills in their pocket, because they're laughing all the way to the bank already. And you got to understand, they invested millions of dollars into this. Ain't no real businessman going to take a multi-million-dollar entity just to go flip a few books on eBay to get a couple Benjamins in their pocket. I mean, come on, guys, get real.
Here's the breakdown, guys. And again, we were very fortunate to have Dinesh talking about Bad Idea a few weeks ago. We had Robert Venditti on last week talking about Tankers, which is the next release, April 7th. Here's the deal with Bad Idea. Bad Idea was supposed to launch last year. All right. If you guys follow comic books, if you look at previews, and for the people that are diehard comic book fans, you had an opportunity to pre-order this. You had an opportunity to pre-order a first print. Okay. Yep. You had plenty of time because it was delayed a year. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I ordered my first print 4 months ago. I have no problem getting it.
I ordered mine last February before COVID.
There you go.
Nice.
So if you know about it, you're interested in it, pre-order it. Okay. So that's catering to the collectors right there. Okay.
Yep.
Then the not first print is an issue that will be continuously produced as long as the demand is there.
Yep.
So that is catering to the readers. People will be able to read that. The people in the middle are the speculators. Those are the ones that are pissed off, that are just hearing about it because they're too lazy to find out about what this company is doing, and they couldn't get themselves a first print. Yep. That's why they're pissed off. But you had every opportunity to get yourself a book. You had every opportunity to get yourself multiple books if you wanted to go various online outlets. You had the time was there. So
and I'm going to jump in,
bitching and complaining because that's bullshit. It's on you.
I'm going to jump in right there too, because what's funny, and I say this all the time, the people that complain about this being, oh, they're only tending to speculators, are the speculators that missed out. I had somebody comment on one of my videos just like today or yesterday saying, I used to get salty when I missed out on stuff, but I have to admit, I only got mad and salty because I missed out on.
I wish I could finish his sentence.
A hot book. You know, you just admitted something that so many people are going to take to their graves, because the people that complain and say, oh, I couldn't get the book and I just wanted it to read and stuff like that. Don't fake the front. You ain't got to lie to kick it. All right.
Yep.
We know damn well that if you wanted to read the book, go buy the digital copy or go buy the second print and read the book.
Yeah.
That's all I got for you.
Here's a question. Simply Chalex is just wondering, but why ship the first print at a limited number, not print at the same time? That's the thing that's irked me. Here's what happens. Stores order extra, right? They have people that order from their pull list saying that they want this book. Then they order extra for their shelves. Now, after final cutoff, apparently people ordered more and they weren't allowed to get those first prints in. But again, if you spent the time and you ordered it and put it in within your comic book shops that actually carry it, because not many comic shops do yet, you had the time to do that. And I'm not getting on you, Simply Chalex. I'm just explaining what happened here. So
also, it's very important to look. Dinesh even said they want to expand. They're not just going to keep it to the 300 stores. They are a publisher starting up in an industry that is very hard to penetrate. All right. So their model right now is it's protecting themselves so they can stay in the positive in terms of profits from their revenue. It's protecting the LCSs as well, because they're not going to be left with having to order a minimum supply to where they have extra on the shelves that don't sell, that end up in the dollar bin. And 3, it's protecting the interests of the collectors on both sides, readers and collectors that want value, because by printing to demand, by calling it a not first print, means there's always going to be something there that the LCSs can order and sell, that the readers can pick up and buy, and that can keep that first print limited, so those that want to find collectability in it can. And that collectability is always going to route back to the demand that's going to drive readers and collectors to keep Bad Idea in the forefront of their skulls, which is cyclical. Because then what's it going to do? It's going to impact the LCSs, which is going to impact Bad Idea, because they're going to keep being able to make money to print more books, which is going to, again, it's the cyclical thing that really takes an approach that it's so unexpected in how they laid this out. But if you actually look at it from every business standpoint, and you can't just look at it from a narrow tunnel vision, you got to look at all sides of the coin, and not just 2. This coin has like 3 sides. But it's very, I mean, believe me, when it started ticking in my brain about what they were doing, I'm like, this is brilliant. It's just utter brilliance to me.
And I just dropped the link in there, guys, the Dinesh interview we had where he's talking specifically Bad Idea. If you guys want to click on it, watch it later, please continue to watch us live, because we would miss you if you left. But click on it, save it for later. It's definitely a good watch if you have questions, because we hit him with all of the questions that people are concerned about with Bad Idea.
It's a good interview too. I watched it, man. It was a good interview. Go watch it, guys. It was a really good interview.
Open and honest, and all this bullshit about people saying that they're flipping in themselves to make this money. It's like, again, Chris is right. They don't have enough time in the day to pull $200 here, $200 there. Like it's not happening. So I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
And like I was on Drunken Chat and I won the hero trade, and I talked to Dinesh and I was like, hey bro, you shipped it awesome, bro. You had a nice painter tape and everything. And she goes, Bro, actually, I gave it to my wife and she did it for me. So he ain't flipping books, bro. He ain't having his wife. He's not flipping books, man. So like, if y'all are tripping, bro, like, I'm just saying, man, Dinesh ain't got no time for that, man. He ain't got no time for that. He's in Hollywood. He's all in Hollywood making deals, making Witcher. He's making, he's making, you know, he's making Bloodshot, whatever. He's making all these movies, bro. He ain't got no time to go to, he got no time for that, man.
They're going to be turning this around for probably, these are going to be some sort of multimedia properties as well. So, I mean, come on. And yes, I'm a little fired up right now. It could be the beer, Sith Lord Lee. I don't know, but I'm fired up, whatever. Anyway, so that is, that's, guys, check out the interview. Dinesh is nothing but open and honest. There's no hiding anything here. Mm-hmm. And if you want to still be pissed off and don't agree with what they're doing, fine. But I think we can all agree it's probably coming from the speculators that couldn't get theirs.
And man, let's give Dinesh props, man. He's making it fun. It's fun, man. It's fun watching all this stuff, man. I'm just over here like Michael Jackson in that meme, eating my popcorn, like just laughing, man. Like this is fun. He added fun to the community, man. And maybe not everybody's gonna look back like this 5 years now, like that was a good time for those first bad idea books, you know?
Yeah, I think so. Again, I'm psyched to get mine. Mine's coming in the mail because I pre-ordered it, right? So I'm still waiting for TFAW. There are some issues with the weather and all that other stuff, but yeah, Simply Chalex, here's the deal. You're right. If the stories and art deliver, then all is good. I've heard nothing but good things about this, and you will have an opportunity to buy they're calling it not first print. You'll be able to buy that at cover price, and you'll be able to read that. They're not doing it on digital. They're not doing trades, but you'll find a comic book shop or an online retailer that will sell it to you at cover price. You'll be able to read it. So,
and they're printing those on demand, right? So they're never going to go out of print. If you want it, just order it, and then you'll get it. Don't pay eBay prices. Don't pay $60 for that not first print either. That's the thing, right? Like that's the thing, right? Like it's like you know it's going to get printed, and just have some patience. Don't pay that price. If you want to buy the first print, then you got to pay, but. Right. Not the second, not the first print, right?
Exactly. And when issue 2 comes out, I think they're doing this by every other month. So when issue 2 does come out, I'm pretty sure it's going to follow along with the not first print of issue number 1. Again, that's basically a second print that will be printed continuously. There's no the print run on that will be indefinite. They're not.
Don't make your orders, man. Midtown has them. Midtown. Go to an Apple has it, man. Go order them. Go order them right now.
Yeah, well worth it. Anyway, so that is our top 10 hottest comics of the week. Eniac number 1.